All right, I'm back. It's been some time. It's back for me to kick back and come in. So, I want to do something new. I've never done a full-on DXD what if. I've only done, well, smidges of those, but not a full-on one. So I thought this was going to be my first. This is what if Issei was Spider-Man. It's beautiful. It's perfect. It's ideal. It's glorious. I need y'all to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, so you can get more notifications. So when I post, it'll do a lot for me, and it will help me out. So let's dive into this. Issei Hyodo. If you ask anyone who he was around, many people will give two answers, several or two answers mostly. A normal guy. Some would say. Others say, or well, the opposite gender will say, a unhinged, underlying, delirious pervert. The Beast Hyodo. That's what people thought of him. Yeah, it's the second year of this school, and he thought that his life was going to be pretty simple. Get a hot girlfriend, touch some boobies, enjoy the good life, but it's the second year of his school year. He never thought it was gonna end up like this. His life instead did a whole 180. And first, it started during the early of his second year of Kuo Academy. The school year was barely starting. Issei was made up of his friends yet again. His friends, who he deemed his close friends, Matsuda and Murahama. They were friends since, middle school. These guys were his closest friends. His only friends. Now, things are just going well. Yet again, this is their third time of this early school year trying to peep into the girls' locker rooms. And they failed. And he was yet again the one to get the beating. But today, they were going out to a field trip to a science laboratory that was doing the next generation of scientific work like none other. If you ask Issei, he didn't really give a damn about science. Not as much anymore. He only a little while loved one science. The science of the woman anatomy. That's the only science that he was interested in. And that was true. But that changed. Not long ago, he did enjoy science. It was from his grandfather. He was a scientist himself. He loved it. He loved learning science and anything else involving it, but those days were long gone. They passed. And now, he looked and watched as, they entered the area. This was totally boring. It was another day of this stupid field trip. He couldn't believe he was on this trip, even though they could be doing something so much better. He could be peeping on the girls right now, but no, they had to go to this dumb event Why? Who knows? And school decided to pay a visit because they think that some of the guys and gals need to expand their horizons. And, well, being reintroduced to the world of science was, I guess, not so bad. Matsuda Murahama proceeded to grin lecherously, wondering if there was any, well, in the invention that would help of removing a girl's clothes the best way or anything else in that type of thought. He was looking at something. He saw something about, well, enhancements. There were enhancements for these new products, especially for shoes, that give athletes a better formation and grip. He looked at him wondering, those look pretty cool. What you looking at, bro? Looking towards to see Matsuda seems to say, "Oh, I'm just looking at this. It's kind of just the thing I saw. Took a glance at it. Totally." Monohama seems to say, "Hey, didn't you like science once before?" "Well, I did." What happened to that?" "I kind of just, well, stopped. I can't really say any more further than that." "So you just stopped liking science?" "Yeah, I stopped." "Damn, bro. Any reasons why?" "I just said the reason. Like, legitimate reasons. Your grandfather..." He sighed. "It was just different, you know? I just stopped getting interested. I didn't really have anything else to do with it. I just... meh. Hey, they got a spider collection over here." Easy proceeded to turn towards Motohama as he proceeded to speak, proceeding to lift his glasses up as the glare upon his glasses would shine. Issei proceeded to walk forward, looking at the spiders. These are genetically enhanced ones. How do you know?" He proceeded to point towards a sign saying of the spider exhibit, "They're genetically enhanced." "I'm reading of 14 different species." Issei proceeded to count spiders. "You mean 13? There's one missing?" "Oh. Damn. Might as well tell the staff that the one's lost." I guess so." It's not like it can. It's not like it's not far away from here, anyways." True. Issei proceeded to look, seeing spider on his arm. "Okay, hey, little guy. How about I just help you off right there? Before you can do anything else, it bit him." "Ah, fuck!" He proceeded to smack the spider as it fell off, crawling away. "You good?" "Yeah, I'm fine. Nothing too bad. Just a fly." "A fly?" Yeah. I tried smacking it. I hit myself a little too hard." "I should be fine." He simply lied, looking down at his hand, seeing the bite mark as it proceeded to puncture into his skin, right where his veins are. Oh, good. I hope that thing wasn't poisonous. I hope that wasn't poisonous. I don't really want to die. He simply sighed. He proceeded to walk with his friends, continue on. Unknown to Issei, this was the event that changed his life forever. Before he knew it, things were different. His world was flipped upside down the next morning. But the boy was lightheaded, heading home. He was feeling not so good. Maybe this was the one time that he direly should have probably paid attention to things. And yet, an important thing of the world mattered. He was sick. He finally arrived home, heading up to his room. He simply said that he needed some rest to his mother. She responded, and as he laid in his bed, before he knew it, he was out like a light. And the next day, he was awake, feeling better than ever, refreshed, energized. Proceeding to blink and look, Issei looked at himself in the mirror and holy shit, he was ripped. He had a body of a well-toned swimmer from the Olympics. He blinked. This was shocking. He wasn't working out much, but still. He looked at his hands, clenching them and unclenching them. He felt there's a difference. He can tell, but he didn't know what. He's made his way to go to the bathroom, and the door came off its hinges, quite literally. And he completely bended the doorknob, the metal doorknob, with his bare fist. He looked at the door and looked at his hand. He proceeded to open his hand, and then the door was still connected to his hand. What the hell? He proceeded to try to remove the door, putting his other hand upon the door side to try to remove it. It removed with a bit of frustration. He removed it, and then his other hand was now attached to the door. Okay, what the fuck, as he thought. What's going on? He proceeded to put his foot on the door. Successfully, he removed it, and then the door split in half. Oh, no, come on! He panicked. Shit, it's not the good time. And the door finally, unstick to his hand. He proceeded to blink, looking down at his shattered bathroom door and back at his hands. What's going on with me? He proceeded to head to his computer. He needed to do some things first. He started typing in his computer. Fast. Quickly. He proceeded to do the first thing upon his research. Spiders. Or something like that. His first thing is, how much strength does it take to shatter a wooden door? He got his answer. And the way that answer it took I'm not going to say how much force because that's too much work. It took a lot of PSI to do that. It took a running charge, actually. Anyone can really do that. But it takes a little more extra energy. He only did that simply but what he did, it felt like he was doing that so simply. He split the door in half like it was nothing. And then he bent in metal with his bare freaking hands. He looked down and he needed to grab something else. He saw his alarm clock. No, that one, that's limited edition. He needed something, anything. He looked around his room, seeing an old skateboard. Nope, no way, not that one. But he looked at the skateboard and looked down at it. I don't really need it anyways. I don't use it. Look at the old board. He saw it and he put enough pressure to lightly put enough, a little pressure. Snap. Looking at the board in his hands, it split in two. Pretty easily. Okay. He was wondering, well, he's a lot stronger. Looking at his hand, his right hand, he saw there was a bite mark from the spider. He started typing down. Can a spider bite enhance physical human abilities? There's a lot of stuff saying that spider bites and what they can do to the human body. And it was all concerning different spiders. Some killing, some other incapacitated, some being dead. Incapacitated, dead. Bulging, incapacitated, dead. But not what this spider did to him. Looking at his hands once again, this was different. Nope. This thing was different. He needed to head out. Go out somewhere. So, he did so. Heading to somewhere decently far, he found a warehouse. An old one at that. It wasn't too bad. It was just not far away from his house. He saw an old pipe. He grabbed it, looking at the pipe. He proceeded to look at it, putting his hands together, and he proceeded to bend the pipe. It didn't take much strain, actually, at all. He bent it pretty easily. He was surprised, looking at it, and then it wouldn't come off his hands. It was sticky again. God damn it! He proceeded to pull at the pipe as it finally clanged to the ground, a loud clanging sound. He proceeded to look at his hands, seeing something on his hands. Looking at them closely, he saw little prickly hairs on his skin. They're all over. And to be honest, they were there. He blinked, looking at them and seeing how they retracted from his skin. Those hairs. If you remember correctly, his grandfather told him that those hairs help spiders climb walls. He looked at the wall nearby. He looked at it, thinking, okay. Looking at the wall, he proceeded to put his hand on the wall. Pulling his hand back, nothing happened. Okay. If I can somehow learn how to control this sticky mechanism, he put his hand back on the wall. Stick. Closing his eyes, hoping that it would stick. Opening his eyes, he proceeded to look at his hand still on the wall. He tried pulling his hand back from the wall, and it was sticking. Looking at his other hand, he proceeded to look at his other hand, and he proceeded to put his hand on the other wall. Stick. Nothing happened. Okay, focus on your hands. He said, focus on your hands. He felt a tingling sensation on his hands. Sticking his left hand on the wall, it sticked. He wondered. Looking at his right hand, proceeding to focus it as well as that weird tingling sensation left. Using his other arm, he proceeded to pull himself up, sticking his other hand to the wall. Repeatedly doing this repeatedly, he was starting to climb the wall, even though his feet couldn't stick to the wall. He proceeded to blink. Okay. He started pulling off his shoes. Taking off his shoes and his socks, he sticks to the wall successfully, as seemingly the hair still able to stick past the wall. All right. He started climbing it. He was climbing the wall like a spider. He climbed it further and further until he reached the roof, the ceiling, seeing one of the uprooting the horizontal bars. He proceeded to jump upon the bar and sit down, proceeding to pull out his phone. Looking now, he can control his sticking ability now. Ability or power? He has powers. The real question is, what are they? So he simply got down the sticking part. Okay, sticking. Check. He's sticky. Not that way. Looking down. Okay, maybe I can... He's seemingly strong, but he doesn't know how strong he is. Looking down, he proceeded, hopefully, okay. Let me just get down. He proceeded to lift himself up, but he tippled over and fell. Shit, this is gonna hurt. Am I gonna die? I hope not. And he landed on his feet. He felt a slight vibration through his legs, but nothing too bad. It was tingling. He looked down and he saw he was fine. Anything, he was okay. What? What the hell? He was confused. Why did it... Okay. He is durable. How durable? He proceeded to look at a trash can. The large trash can was there. He walked towards it. He proceeded to lift it up, lifting the can easily with both arms. This is at least about 400 tons. It's at least as big as any decent-sized car, and yet he's able to lift it pretty well. Putting it down using his other arm and proceeding to lift it up. It took a little bit more focus just on the balance, but he lifted it up with one arm. He proceeded to throw it up in the air, catching his other arm, juggling it. Holy shit. So I have super strength, but how strong am I? He needed focus. Find something else that was a little bit heavier. He proceeded to put it down and proceeded to think. Okay. I can stick to webs. I can stick to walls. I'm durable and strong. I'm not sure how strong, though. Looking at the wall again, he thought something. Okay, here it goes. He clenched his fist, proceeded to throw a punch. He threw the punch, hoping that this wouldn't hurt him too badly. But to his shock and amazement, he didn't feel anything. But what he did feel was the wall cracking. under the amount of force that he used, and the wall had spiderweb like cracks throughout the whole section of it. A good chunk of the wall. It was half the size of the wall on the side of the warehouse. And there was large cracks going throughout all the way to the other side. Holy shit. He felt like he can do a lot more. And that was one punch. Okay? Let's see if I don't hold back. He summoned all the strength he can muster throughout his body, focusing and using his legs as a pivot point to throw his punch. Throwing his punch, the amount of force that was used to shatter the wall came crumbling. He proceeded to blink, seeing that, well, quite literally, he shattered a wall. It fell apart like glass. He blinked. Oh my God. He proceeded to look at his hands. I shattered a wall like glass. That was pure concrete, and I just... Looking at the concrete, he proceeded to pick up the concrete simply, easily. It was a large chunk, bigger than his head. He clenched upon the side of the concrete as it started to crack underneath the pressure. He put more pressure on it, and he heard the concrete crumble. Holy shit. He proceeded to simply dust off his hand. Okay. High, very high super strength. He proceeded to walk away, grabbing his shoes, and decided to head out. Thinking now, okay, super strength, maybe to a point maybe very super durability. He did fall from a decent height of 20 feet on 20 feet from that ceiling, on that bar ceiling, so that seems pretty high. He proceeded to, maybe blunt force trauma doesn't do much to me. He proceeded to blink, saying, whatever. He wondered how fast he was now. Maybe fast, hopefully. So he decided to take a run home. And he got home in under 5 minutes. He had to slow down a bit because it was really weird if someone was running down the street at, well, he guessed at least 50, 70 miles per hour. Fast as some cars on the freeway. And that's kind of crazy. He proceeded to blink. He wasn't far from his house now. That was quick. All right, super strength. Super speed to a point. Maybe super agility. Super speed, agility, strength, durability, and sticking to walls. That spider gave me powers? Because it did. He was walking and paying attention, typing this down upon his phone. As he continued to type down, he didn't notice that a car was coming by at him. Immediately, that instinct was ringing in his head. It was loud. Really, really loud. Everything slowed down. He was confused. He turned towards the ring, where the ring was guiding him, turning towards to see a car coming at him. It was a large semi. It was honking. The man seemed terrified, completely scared, knowing that he wasn't able to stop his vehicle to completely stop. Oh. He proceeded to see the car coming. He was fast, yeah, but was he reacting to this? He could see it coming. Everything was in slow motion. Why was everything in slow motion? The ring was getting louder and louder. What the hell? As they got closer and closer, everything sped up once again, and he proceeded to try to jump away. He jumped, but that semi still hit him. He jumped and he smashed into a car side, denting the car pretty badly. He proceeded to groan. Everyone proceeded to panic, seeing the teenage boy wondering. One man proceeded to say, "Hey kid, are you alright? Nothing too bad. Do we need to call the hospital?" He proceeded to groan. "No, I'm fine, actually. I'm actually fine." "You sure you just got hit by a running semi-truck?" "No, I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm alright." "You sure you just got hit by a semi-truck?" "No, I'm alright. I really am. It did hit me in the corner, so I should be fine." "Alright, thanks. I'm gonna head home now," the boy said as he started to speedily walk away from the area. Okay, durability, check. I just got hit by a ramming semi-truck that was at least going 50, maybe somewhere between 50 and 40 miles per hour. Or 60, maybe. But I'm not sure. But I took a hit from a semi-truck driving at me. Holy shit. This spider gave me powers. And that semi-truck barely even did a dent to him. He didn't feel any broken bones, no nothing. He wasn't even sore. It was a light tingling sensation, but anyways, speaking of that tingling sensation, he thought about it. Was that ringing coming from him? Because when that ringing came on, everything just slowed down to a point. It really did. Wait a minute. That ringing happened when that semi-truck turned that corner, running at me. Everything slowed down. Was that some sort of sixth sense? That's the thought that came to mind. He had something told him that sixth sense guided him looking to look at the semi-truck. And when he looked at it, that ringing intensified. Did it warn him of danger? No, that's crazy. There's no thing that can warn him of danger. But he just developed powers, though. He blinked, wondering, is there comic books? There are powers that do warn superheroes of danger. That was precognition, practically. He realized, holy shit. He has precognition. That's an ability that can save him from any type of danger. He wondered, what can he use this for? Then he thought, I can use this for peeping. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. He had a feeling when this weekend was over, he was going to enjoy the next week. So as he was waiting to discover his powers, he decided to name the sixth sense the spider sense. It just felt right. As the weekend went on, everyone was enjoying their day. A new week of school on a Monday. His two friends proceeded to say, so, you are okay. Because we heard that you were hit. Well, I'm fine. It only barely grazed me. Someone said some kid went flying. And we recognized brown hair and hazel brown eyes. That was you, man. Look, guys. I'm fine. I'm peachy, actually. I'm just doing okay. All right, man. Hey, I found a new spot. What new spot? Well, do you want to show him? Oh, let's. They proceeded to pull the boy along, finding a peephole inside a girl's kendo club. This is the kendo club's changing room, bro. The kendo clubs. Oh, really? It's easy to smile. All right then, man. Yeah,